So I'm in the shop today. I'm going to be brewing a beer. I'm going to take you along for the ride. It's going to be another New England IPA. The recipe is from More Beer and it's called More Haze. It's a New England double IPA. It's going to be awesome. But before we get to that, I got something to show you. The other day I attempted to start my brew. And what I did is I added a thermometer and a thermal well onto my fermenter's favorite cooler mash tun. And it was down in the water level and I could not get it to seal properly. So, I tried a couple of different gaskets and I just could not get it to seal. The water, when I put it in there, just kept leaking out. And I just can't have that when I'm brewing. So that's another piece of equipment that I had to get rid of. So I bought the SS Brewtech mash tun, and I have just learned when it comes to brewing, it's a long process. You put a lot of effort into it, and you just don't want faulty equipment to mess you up. I have my water for my mash up to about 200. I'm not sure how much heat loss I'm gonna have with this new fermenter, so I wanna be on the safe side. It's a whole lot easier to cool it than it is to heat it. And I'm transferring it over to the mash tun. Let me show you what we're working with as far as water quality. For New England IPA, we want the chloride to sulfate ratio to be the opposite of a normal IPA. We want more chloride. This is the minerals in my water, naturally. And I did a test. I also have a kit that I use here at the house to test it myself. And then I have the target minerals I'm looking for, and it tells me what I need to add. So there's the recipe, and I'm not gonna read it to you. You can see it has a ton of hops in it. I am going to deviate from the recipe a bit, and that's when I'm adding the hops. So I'm going to put the Columbus in right after boil at flame out. And then these other guys I'm going to split them, and I'm going to put them in at 2 different temperatures. And that's to try to pull out the best characteristics of these hops. And from what I understand, if you go at about 185 and 175, then you're going to pull out some good characteristics of these hops. One of the reasons I want to put that thermometer on the fermenter's favorite cooler mash tun was because the last beer I tried to brew, I had a dramatic difference in temperature from this and the thermopen I was using to check the mash with. So when I took the water out of the boil kettle, it was 200. And just from transferring it over to the mash tun through my pump and 2 short hoses, it's telling me it's at 179. You can see, the heat is pretty hot right here. So I think the heat may have affected it, which I'm gonna go ahead and replace it. And I even have problems with the gasket in here, and it's a very high heat, but I don't like to spend 40 minutes trying to heat up water. All right, so we're at 179. I'm gonna go ahead and mash in. I'm looking for a mash temperature of 158. And I have hot water heating up in case I need it. Start with the base malt. This is just more American 2-row base malt. Now we're going to put some of the flake wheat in. The reason I want to mash at 158 on the higher side is to pull the sweetness out of this beer and really kind of highlight it with the hop aroma and the hop characters. I think it'd be a perfect match. We'll stir this up, make sure we don't have any dough balls. Cool thing about this mash tun is it's insulated and it's heavy duty. This is a real deal. I'm gonna put our lid on. Okay, so I lost about 10 degrees. And what I want to do is just add a little bit of cooler water to get that around 159 or so, and then just let it go from there. I put in about 4 cups of cold water, and after about 4 minutes of stirring, I got it down to 158, which is right where I want to be. I love this setup because I can make sure I'm exactly where I want to be on my target numbers. This is just really nice. I'm gonna mash, the recipe called for 45 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and mash for an hour. So I have my Sparge water at almost 180. I want to Sparge at 170. So during the transfer, I'm gonna lose some temperature. So that's why I got it up to 180. It should be just about right. I'm gonna open the valves in a second and let the wort go from the mash tun down to the pump and then up into the boil kettle. And then I'll go ahead and start the sparge. So you can see my first runnings, I'm right about 3 gallons, and that's perfect. That's right where I want to be. So now we're gonna go ahead and sparge. All right, so the little nozzle got plugged up with the grains that were left in the tube, so rinsed it out. Let's try this again. All right, so I have all the water in that I want to put in there, and that's about 4 gallons. Recirculating the sparge, about 45 minutes. And I think it's ready to go ahead and put into the kettle, and then we'll get a hydrometer reading and get this thing up to a boil. That valve's all the way open. My outlet valve on the pump is just a hair open. Let's start transferring. All right, so the flame is out. I have my wort chiller inside, and that's being sterilized. I just turned the flame out, so I'm still 210, 212 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and put my ½ ounce of Columbus hops in. I'm gonna put them in just bare here with no screen or anything.
So I really appreciate you joining me for this brew. Stay tuned to an upcoming Homebrew Wednesday where you can find out the results of this More Haze Double IPA.